Like
I don't want to say names, but
just say yes or no. Haney?
yes.
Shakur?
Yeah.
That's another one. I feel like that could be a fight, like if it ever were to happen, similar to this Ryan fight, where it would be a spectacle, would sell a lot of pay-per-view, people would come out to watch it.
It'd be a little different though.
Why you say that?
I'm thinking of like boxing. I'm not thinking like
like
thing.
in terms of fighting.
Yeah.
Why? You think Shakur is better?
No, I'm just saying like not even Shakur. I'm just saying like them as a whole. Like it'd be different. Like fighting them, it'd be more so like coming to get them.
You would approach it differently.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I would pick Shakur just because our differences. I'm telling you as a fighter.
Yeah.
I will pick Shakur because I don't believe Tank would be able to land those big shots on Shakur like he does everybody else.
Right.
Shakur defense is just too tight. And not only Shakur, Keyshawn either.
Oh, you don't think Key either? Even right now, I feel like it's a little Key nice though, but it might be a little early for Key right now.
Listen, Tank get hits a lot. Tank, in my eyes, Tank is always losing until he's not.
If two fighters say, let's fight, I think the business of boxing can get in the way. Like, I think the fighters should be able to get in the ring with each other and fight each other. So that's how I feel. Like, just like even with this guy, my guy, Stephen Espinoza, he works with Tank. If Tank said, yo, let's fight, and I said, let's fight, it should be just, let's fight, and we should make it happen. It shouldn't be nothing else surrounding.
Gervonta Davis has finally addressed the ongoing talk about a potential fight with Shakur Stevenson, putting an end to the rumors with a direct and no-nonsense response aimed at both supporters and skeptics. He acknowledged Stevenson's status as a title holder and described the possible clash as a straightforward test, with each fighter aiming to show who stands above the other at this point in their careers.
Only Tank Davis with me right now, one of the best fighters on the planet Earth. Tank, good to see you. Why this fight, Lamont Roach? What has he done to deserve to be in the ring against you?
He's a world champion himself. He's coming up and wait to dare to be great. So we fought before, you know, so it's history. It's history in that. There's two guys that's trying to be great.
A lot of people said they talked about y'all background with one another, how familiar you guys are with one another. Talk about that for a second. How well do you know him on a personal level in terms of your associations through the ranks, you know, in terms of your boxing career?
I don't know that, like, personally,
Right.
like, you know, but through the boxing, you know, we came up together and things like that. We had similar, friends and things like that in the boxing world. We fought before, you know, so I'm familiar with his fighting style and things like that.
Meanwhile, Stevenson firmly believes he's the opponent fans want to see, highlighting how their names are repeatedly brought up together wherever they appear. He continues to advocate for the bout, emphasizing that the interest goes beyond simple talk and reflects what people genuinely expect to happen.
I'm the guy, bro. I'm the guy that the boxing world wants to see you fight. You know, when you go places, all you hear is, yo, Shakur and Tank. Shakur, Tank. Oh, hey, when I go places, all I hear, yo, is you gonna beat Tank? When he go places, I know he hear my name. So it's like, bro, let's make this shit happen, dog.
However, the narrative shifts at that point. Davis raises doubts about Stevenson's effectiveness against elite competition, noting a style that relies more on footwork than on heavy punching or precise countering. In his view, Stevenson tends to retreat when faced with pressure and has yet to demonstrate himself against high-risk opponents.
Hell no. Nah? Wow. Because he a good boxer. Like, that's when I look at y'all two as the best in the division.
How? Show me something that he did spectacular. Show me something that he did outrageous. Show me.
All right.
His power not outrageous.
Okay.
What defense?
You don't think he got defense?
He just jumped back. You never see him slip no punch. You never see him slip no punch. Go look at it. You see him back up from a lot of people. Back up, move around. He don't got no technique. And his offense is the same thing. Hey, go look at his fight.
So you
I
feel like
probably
that's
put him on
easy
game.
work?
Probably telling him
Watching
that.
it?
Yeah,
Hold on, but you feel like it's easy work though. You like,
come on, bro.
yeah.
Bro, I touched him with 16-ounce gloves on, and he ran. Imagine if I hit him with 8 ounce. The guy is here too.
The situation becomes more layered as Oscar de la Hoya offers his perspective, describing Davis as both highly dangerous and well-disciplined. He points to Davis's dedication to training and physical readiness, noting that he consistently steps into the ring in top condition, which makes him a formidable opponent.
With Gervonta Davis. Gervonta Davis is, to say the least, he's a beast. He really is. He's a tremendous fighter. He's a dedicated fighter when it comes to training and fighting and making sure that he's in optimal conditions when he steps inside that squared circle.
That's what adds another layer of interest to the situation. Stevenson understands that Davis carries a bigger profile and has shown a willingness to agree to the necessary conditions to make the bout happen. His priority remains stepping into the ring and resolving the rivalry without postponements or complications. For him, this moment represents an opportunity to settle a lingering question surrounding both of their careers.
50 million times. I done say, yes, you are the big superstar. You are that, bro. Respect to you for that, bro. I'm cool with that. Come on, let's just fight. Let's negotiate. Me and this nigga could even get on the phone and negotiate. I'll be cool with it. I'm not tripping. It's boxing.
Yeah.
Entertainment business. We gonna go in there, put on a show for the fans and show the world who's the best. That's the whole point of this entire conversation. Me and him need to show the world who's the best. Don't have a question mark for, oh, I'm gonna go retire and it don't happen. And that's gonna be a question mark. That's gonna be left on our legacy. So to fix both our legacies, somebody has to lose.
This only increases the sense of urgency around the bout. Timothy Bradley calls on Davis to take the challenge against Stevenson, explaining that the ongoing doubts about their level of competition make this fight even more important. He emphasizes that with both sides facing scrutiny, the clearest way to resolve it is by meeting each other in the ring.
Gervonta's at 140. That seems to be the biggest
I
name.
want Gervonta Davis to step in the ring and face somebody, dog, already, bro. For real.
He'll be back.
Like, oh, I know he coming back, dog. But I'm just saying, like, fight Shakur, bro. Fight Shakur. That's all I'm saying, bro. Fight any of these top guys out there, man. And that's because you can say, oh, Shakur ain't fight nobody. Well, Shakur ain't fight nobody and Tank ain't fight nobody. Why don't they fight each other? If that's how y'all want to put it, fight each other. Bro, that will probably be one of the biggest fights in boxing right now, bro. The biggest fight. Yeah. Box office, it will sell out like this. Like that, it'll sell out.
At this stage, the tension continues to rise. Music, Calvin Ford and Kenny Ellis emphasize that Gervonta Davis is no longer just making contact. His punches now carry clear intent and force. They highlight how he's been wearing opponents down over the course of fights, demonstrating a more assertive and damaging style.
Tank is not playing this Murray Matt.
He know what time
that bell ring.
1 minute you on this side, 1 minute he here. So.
When that bell ring, Tank ain't playing this Murray Matt. That punch.
None of that tap.
No
like
tap,
you
tap.
said at the U.
No tap. He not swatting flies in that motherfucker.
I know what they're doing. They're just trying to make a fight. They're trying to make a fight. You know what I'm saying? They're not making the money Tank make. You know what I'm saying?
But he can box. But I can't stress enough. Every fighter get hit. They get hit every round.
How long we been talking about that? Remember I was saying about fans was bringing up that 3 years ago talking about getting hit. And what? He's still laying them out. Still laying them out to this day.
Everybody get hit, man.
In addition, Ford and Ellis minimize the significance of Shakur Stevenson's challenge, suggesting that bold statements can shift once the situation becomes reality. They describe Gervonta Davis as a fighter who elevates his performance when it counts the most.
Send a contract to him. I have it go. Tell him to fight me. That dude get to feeling himself and feeling like he's something that he's not in. And to the world, he look like a killer, but I can't wait. I'm gonna expose him. I promise you, I'm gonna expose him. I'll be the person that he going there, he not gonna knock out. He not gonna hurt. He gotta go 12 rounds with somebody and somebody gonna be beating him. He ain't gonna like that shit. That shit gonna mess with his heart. That shit gonna f with his head. Watch.
Thoughts?
No thoughts. People can talk that type of shit. There's no contract or something. I don't pay attention to that.
I gotta get you this for what he said about you.
Yeah, he can't. My opinion. It's my opinion.
Listen, all that sounds good right now, but when the fight is made and the fight about to happen,
Tank is not playing this Murray match.
Building on that viewpoint, Roy Jones Jr. shows a preference for Stevenson, highlighting his disciplined style and calmness in high-pressure situations. He suggests that this level of control could work in Stevenson's favor over the course of a fight. At the same time, Jones notes that Davis possesses the kind of natural timing and sudden power that can shift the outcome in an instant.
Shakur wins it because of his discipline, because he showed against Teofimo that he can stay very disciplined all night. And he's the type of guy, he don't really do a lot of crazy stuff in his life normally, so it's like discipline is a thing that is not only exercised inside the ring, it's exercised also outside the ring. And as we see, sometimes Gervonta has problems with discipline, but we have never seen Shakur have problems with discipline. We've seen him be more disciplined at the right times than we've seen him not have discipline. So with the fight being like it is right now, I would lean towards Shakur because of his discipline, but don't get twisted. If somebody could beat him, Tank Davis would be that person because of his intention.
Looking deeper into it, Hitchens reflects on their early sparring sessions, describing them as closely contested exchanges where both fighters landed clean shots without either taking full command. He notes that adjustments were made on both sides, with Davis changing his approach after recognizing the level of skill Stevenson brought.
Shit, like him and Shakur sparred that first time, like he caught Shakur with a good shot. Boom, he didn't hurt Shakur nothing, but it was like, you could tell, like, if it was 8-ounce gloves, we don't know how Shakur would have reacted. It was like, because I remember him sparring Shakur, he caught Shakur with like a clean shot, boom. And Shakur didn't shake up or do nothing, but it was a clean shot. I'm like, nigga, you sure you can take another one of that? Shakur like, what? Like, he took off his shirt and they started bumping like that. Now they going back and forth.
Oh, hold on, was it sparring?
Yeah.
Was it competitive, close, all that, Shakur and Tank?
Nah, yeah, it was competitive. Then like the second time, like they sparred, like it was like a chess match. Like now Tank know, like, all right, he's really nice. Like Shakur really nice. Like all that walk down, like I got a box. Like this nigga, like I can't just walk him down. Like he can really fight. So it was like Tank like switched the strategy up and like same like now Tank trying to come and walk me down. I'm in there like we fighting like it's back and forth competitive. I'm talking shit to Calvin like nigga, Calvin, this nigga's.
Then the discussion takes a sharp turn, with Davis raising doubts about Stevenson's track record, suggesting his abilities haven't yet been proven against top-tier power punchers. In his view, when the intensity rises, Stevenson tends to prioritize staying safe over standing and trading.
Like Shakur, right? Like he look like he got skill, right? But to be honest, I'm gonna be real. I ain't see him fight nobody that's like.
That's amateur shit. Come on, bro. When that heat coming back at you, them niggas like, you can see it.
Yeah.
You can see it. They ain't really, these niggas just talking that way. And it's always, oh, he can be this, he can be the next. Nigga, prove yourself. You still haven't proved yourself. When someone was in front of you that can crack a little bit, he ran the whole.
But at this point, things start to feel more personal. Stevenson brings up what he sees as a change in Davis's behavior as his own reputation began to rise, pointing to fan and media reactions that he considers excessive. He interprets it as a matter of mentality, implying that Davis may not be fully at ease with having another name rising alongside him at the top level.
My name started getting bigger. Then it was like, I'll go fight and I'll get on Twitter and he'll like post, oh, he did that because it was a cab driver, or he'll just post some like hating ass shit to where like it was unnecessary to go do that shit. Cause like I thought we was like cool type shit. So but now he like flipped it to turn it like I did something to him and he made it so believe that shit. But nah, that nigga just, I think like in his brain it's just one person and nobody else could be up here too.
However, this is where uncertainty enters the conversation, as Davis raises concerns about Stevenson's consistency, highlighting a gap between what is said publicly and how things are handled behind the scenes. He treats it as a matter of respect, stressing that once a fighter issues a challenge, the approach and attitude should remain consistent throughout.
And then want to be buddy-buddy. You know what I mean? And I feel as though that's don't be like that. If you like that, then stand on that. You know what I mean? Don't try to be saying all this stuff on Twitter and then run in my locker room and want to take a picture and all that type stuff. Feel me? Like, and we actually, like, I was somebody that actually, like, you feel me? And then he come out and say something, he want to fight me. All right, bet. We ain't cool no more. None of that. That's it. That's what it is. You feel me? And niggas got to stand on it. That's why I'm in that mode now. Like, I ain't got no friends in this. Like, I ain't got no, you don't see no boxer that on TV that, you feel me? It's just me and my people, and that's how we coming.
At this point, the stakes are clearly escalating. Stevenson pushes the argument that his accomplishments across different weight classes, along with his title victories, give him a stronger resume than Davis when it comes to overall success. He questions the comparison being made and maintains that his achievements already speak for themselves regarding where he stands in the sport.
Than what he is. I've been 3 different divisions. Won 1, 2, 3, 4, and had the Ring Magazine belt. So I done way more than him. Like, if we talk about accomplishments, I don't want to hear what has I done for the sport of boxing. What have you done?
But things become far less certain at this stage. Leonard Ellerbe and Eddie Hearn take opposing sides when discussing a possible Davis versus Stevenson fight. One sees it as a career-shaping showdown, while the other supports Davis's dominance and his power to set the conditions. The discussion ultimately comes down to whether Stevenson possesses the skill set needed to seriously test him at the elite level.
Tank against Shakur is one of the biggest fights in the sport. I think Tank is so exceptional, it's going to take someone as good as Shakur to give him a real fight. And I love that fight. I love that.
What? Shakur can't beat Tank.
I disagree.
He beat all the other fighters.
I disagree.
He can't Tank.
I disagree.
Tank
loses rounds.
Tank decides to do what he wants to in certain fights.
Me and you have a big bet on that fight.
Most definitely. Most definitely.
I think Shakur's the man to beat him.
Shakur cannot Tank. He's a very good fighter. A lot of respect for him, what he's done in the ring. Got a good team around him, but he can't.
I disagree with you on that.
At that moment, the pressure surrounding the matchup increases noticeably. Bernard Hopkins highlights Gervonta Davis's sharp explosiveness and natural instincts, emphasizing how fast he capitalizes when an opponent makes a mistake. He describes Davis as someone who analyzes exchanges as they unfold, immediately converting minor errors into decisive, momentum-shifting counterattacks.
Carries the power. He's sneaky. Explosive. You think you're doing something, and he rides off that overconfident. Where now, he recognized this old school.
He's so interesting
Baltimore, Maryland. He's so old school. Know what old school is?
Yeah.
Anybody that throwing punches is open to get hit. Anybody and everybody that throw punches, you leave an opportunity. It's who get there first. It's like fencing.
Mm-hmm.
When you throw punches, no matter how straight, no matter how your stance are, when this becomes away from your body and things that you need to protect, the ribs, the chin.
There's always an opening.
It's always opening. Who get there first?
And Tank is so good.
Tank is so good. Tank will give you something that's really not there.
But rather than settling the argument, it only intensifies the discussion further. Sean Porter sees Shakur Stevenson as a real danger for Gervonta Davis, describing the matchup as one of the most compelling clashes in boxing today. He highlights the strategic difficulty of getting past Stevenson's defensive skills as the main element that could ultimately decide how the fight plays out.
Right now, especially with and it's a legitimate conversation and argument that Shakur Stevenson could be the one to beat Tank Davis. But I prefer the conversation, and as I like to say, that is the greatest fight. That's the best fight to be made in boxing.
Okay, well, strategic-wise, I agree with you on that point, because it would be interesting to see how Tank could penetrate Shakur Stevens' defense.
That just makes the fight even more difficult to predict. Porter describes the showdown between Gervonta Davis and Shakur Stevenson as closely matched, noting how similar they are in size, accuracy, and overall boxing ability. He presents it as an uncommon pairing where both fighters appear evenly matched on paper, setting the stage for what could be a classic high-level contest.
Want to be the one to, for the sake of words, let the cat out of the bag or share information about one of the fighters that the other fighter or the other team didn't know. But I think stylistically, I think competitively, mathematically, I think that's a fight for the ages right there. Both guys are accurate. Both guys are very good with their defense, very good with their offense. And the size makes sense for both those guys. They're right around the same height, and the list goes on, man. I think that, that's a fight right there.
Jeff Mayweather also recognizes Stevenson's technical ability, but he emphasizes that Gervonta Davis carries the kind of single-shot power that can level any matchup. In his opinion, one accurate strike from Davis has the potential to completely shift the direction of the fight, regardless of how composed Stevenson may appear, since that level of explosiveness doesn't require sustained pressure to change everything instantly. From his perspective, the outcome may not come down to round-by-round control, but rather who manages to seize that one critical moment. And with Davis in the ring, that danger is constantly there.
Shakur is a great boxer, but still, he doesn't. It only takes Tank one punch. Right. And if Tank catches him, no matter how great he is, he'll probably go out too. So that's the one thing with Tank is a one-punch knockout.
The tension is no longer subtle or behind the scenes. With Gervonta Davis finally breaking his silence, all attention shifts back toward Shakur Stevenson in what fans continue to demand as a dream matchup. The interest is undeniable, the storylines are now colliding, and each new comment only raises the intensity. If this bout ever becomes reality, it would go beyond discussion. It could redefine the landscape of the division and finally settle a debate that has been developing for years. Now the question is left open. If Davis and Stevenson share the ring, who would dictate the fight, and who would be forced to adjust when the pressure is at its peak? Share your predictions, like the video if you found the breakdown useful, and subscribe for more in-depth boxing analysis.